Certainly not the first time a university athletic program has come under scrutiny for unethical behavior. There have been similar stories of sex, rape, and alcohol in schools all across this country. Is this simply the culture in college sports? Well, joining us right now to talk about it, Bruce Weinstein, nicknamed the Ethics Guy, and the author of What Should I Do? 4 Simple Steps to Make Better Decisions in Everyday Life. Bruce, good to see you. How are you?
How you doing?
Let's talk a little bit first about what's going on at the University of Colorado. This is not something that is just happening at the University of Colorado. Many people who know college sports will say, you know what? There are a lot of college programs that do this stuff that haven't gotten caught yet.
First things first, Sam, this is being referred to as a sex scandal. This is not a sex scandal at all. This is a scandal of violence. Rape is not a crime of sex, it is a crime of violence. So the way the whole debate is being framed is completely...
However, the story did emerge with sex parties, not the rape allegations, and that's where it all started, right?
But whether or not there's sex parties, and there's some people who are denying that,
okay.
The accusation, what's at the heart of the matter is whether rape has occurred. And, you know, there's an entire subculture, not just at the University of Colorado, but nationwide, that has given rise to this problem. And let's not forget that Gary Barnett is coming into a wake of problems at his school. You know, Bill McCartney in the mid to late 80s, there were over 24 arrests made among his football team, and his successor had over 50 rules violations.
So there was a pattern, a history that went on here. Of course, a lot of these allegations came to light because of Katie Nida. She was the place kicker, female place kicker on the football team, who came out and said, I was raped. And there was a member of that team, another kicker on that team, who was on the Today Show and talked a little bit about the culture at that time. So let's roll that up and get your reaction to that.
Guys would go to the dorms and try to grab, you know, the cutest girls and say, you know, you want to go to a party? Some guys are going to show up. You know, there's probably going to be some football players, and that's you know, kind of how it went.
And there was an insinuation there, apparently, Bruce, that, well, that's how it went. You knew what was going to happen there. This could happen at any school, though, couldn't it?
What is so problematic about Jeremy's testimony is that so much of the reaction to the crimes that are being alleged here is that, well, what women need to do on the campus is simply take more precautions, be more careful about which parties they go to, but there's been almost no discussion about the responsibility that men bring to the table, not just the students, but the faculty as well.
When you look at some of the stories that are out there, USA Today has a story about a young guy who says that he was offered alcohol, marijuana, and sex when he was going to a different school, not the University of Colorado. Alabama put on NCAA probation in 2002 for strippers used for recruits. It seems strippers pretty common theme these days in college athletics. What's going on in college athletics? I mean,
it's not just college athletics. It's
not.
Athletics in high school, it's athletics in college, and it's athletics at the professional level. And the message here, if we haven't learned already, is that being unethical is not just the wrong thing to do, it is bad for business. I mean, the admissions, the applications to the University of Colorado have already dropped over 10%, and it's not just because the Princeton Review rated that the #1 party school in the country.
Don't coaches feel pressure to get the good player in there, and thereby they say we need to get strippers to entice the good player?
Well, this is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, at what cost do we win? You know, when we take the high road, when we do the right thing, as opposed to what Coach Barnett has been doing, we benefit. And I think the only way really to get the message of ethics across is not to, you know, suggest that this is a bitter pill to swallow, but that we will personally and professionally benefit by taking the high road. Conversely, when we do the wrong thing, which we've seen not just in college athletics, but in Adelphia, WorldCom, in Cologne, when we take the low road, we get bad PR and our business suffers. So that's really the take-home message here, Sam.
And that is where we leave this discussion. Bruce Weinstein, thanks a lot. Good to see you. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Dr. Bruce Weinstein is author of Ethical Intelligence, 5 Principles for Untangling Your Toughest Problems at Work and Beyond. Now available at your favorite bookseller.